Greetings of the day, dear students, parents and teachers, if you happen to be watching. Welcome to Bangla Shikha Classroom, an endeavor of Poschim Bongo Samogra Shikha Mission, Department of School Education, Government of West Bengal. I am Dr. Ivy Sarkar, Headmistress, Srirampur Girls High School. Today, the topic that I am going to impart to my students of class 11 is the second part of the poem Still I Rise by Maya Angelou. I hope you have already listened and watched the previous part, and so we will continue with the lesson. Today we'll start from the fourth stanza, Still I Rise by Maya Angelou. So in the previous class, what I said, I talked about Maya's biography, her struggles that she faced in life. She was molested by her mother's boyfriend when she was very young, a child. She could not speak. She did not speak for 5.5 years after that incident. She married several times, but she faced divorce. She had a very struggling life. She worked as the first cable car operator in San Francisco, worked as a waiter, a clerk, a singer to support her son. She also housed many radio shows. So, though her family life, in her family life and in her personal life, she met with many adversities and disappointments, but so far as her career is concerned, that had a steep rise. If her family graph or if her personal life's graph was very low, then her career graph was very high. So she always rose above her personal disappointments, and she made a great impact in the society, and that further or in turn influenced her personal life and gave her a feeling of happiness all the time. So this is it, that Maya Angelou is she was a phenomenal woman. So in this particular poem, that is autobiographical too, because in this poem she expresses her moods, her sentiments, her feelings, her dreams, her aspirations, and her strong determination that whatever may be the obstacle, whatever may be the hurdle, because she was a black woman also, she represented the Afro-Americans, and so the oppressors or the white oppressors, they humiliated, subjugated, and there was the practice of slavery in America, you all know. So she here is the one who is the spokesperson for her race and for her class and for her gender. And so this is what we have done in the first part, and now we are going to continue from stanza 4. Let us read the stanza. Did you want to see me broken? Bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, vacant by my soulful cries. So Maya asks her oppressors or her haters, do you want to see me in submissive posture, broken down, depressed? This often happens. You see, students, if somebody dislikes you, if somebody doesn't like you, then they would like to see you defeated. Like to see that you don't win in something. So that is the reason Maya asks her critics, Maya asks her haters, Maya asks her oppressors, did you want to see me broken? Because I am not broken. I am strong, I am tall. Whatever were the problems that I had to face in my life, nothing could stop me. I am unstoppable. So she considered all those water, one thing we know that dirty water cannot stop a plant from growing. So whatever the obstacles and hurdles around us, consider that to be dirty water. So Maya grew even when there was obstacles all around. So she grew. She turned her obstacles into opportunities. She did not break. She refused to be broken. She could not be suppressed. She was bold. She was strong. And so she asks her haters, did you want to see me broken? Then you are upset because I am not broken. What did you want to see? Bowed head, lowered eyes. This is how we want to see our enemies. If we don't like somebody, okay, now see the mood, he is not in a good mood. Or see, oh, he's gone. He must have got a thrash. This is the way we see. So Maya Angelou says to her haters, she challenges her haters. What? Did you want to see me broken? You wanted to see my bent head? You wanted to see my lowered eyes?
Because these are the signals of a weak person. What did you want to see in me? You wanted to see me crying, my shoulders slouching down and my tears falling down my cheeks? This is what you wanted to see in me?
Here we have 3 questions in this stanza, and all these 3 questions are head-on challenges. These are head-on attack or sarcasm to her haters. So she knew that her haters wanted to see her in submissive posture, broken down, depressed, and just as tears fall down our cheeks, similarly, Maya asks her oppressors and the society also if that wanted to see her shoulders slouching down, her body weakened by continuous and intense crying. This is why you wanted to see me? Now, see, in the literary devices, rhetorical question is written. Now, what is rhetorical question? The question which has the answer in it. The question where the answer is implied, means we can understand the answer from the question. So when Maya says, did you want to see me broken? Maya means that yes, our haters wanted to see her broken, means mentally broken. Bowed head and lowered eyes, this is a question, but the answer we know. We know what Maya wants to say. We know the answer, that yes, her haters wanted to see her bowed head, her lowered eyes. They wanted to see her weak. They wanted to see her slouching shoulders. So this is they wanted to see. So the answer is implied. We can understand the answer from the question. So such question from where the answer can be understood, those questions are called rhetorical questions. So here all these questions are rhetorical questions. We have one more literary device, that is simile. In my last class, I explained what simile is, but I'll tell that in a nutshell again. Simile means comparison between 2 different things by use of like, as, etc. For example, if I say he is as brave as a lion. He is as brave as a lion. So it is clear comparison. We understand that a boy is compared to a lion. And the comparison is clear because of the use of the word as. So the boy is as brave as a lion. So this is a simile because 2 objects are compared and the comparison is clear by the use of the word as. As or like, that makes a simile. So that is a simile. But there is another kind of comparison called metaphor, where the comparison is not clear or direct. For example, if I say he is a lion, I am not stating he is like a lion. But if I state he is a lion, this means either I want to say he is as brave as a lion, or I mean to say he is as ferocious as a lion. But what I mean to say, I am not making it clear. So this is an indirect comparison, and so this is a metaphor. In this particular poem, Still I Rise by Maya Angelou, we have both simile as well as metaphor. And in class 11 semester exams, you see in the model questions, well, always you will find that knowing these literary devices, preparing these literary devices is very, very important. You should do it. So here we have a simile. Simile means a clear comparison between two different things. So here, shoulders falling down like teardrops. So like teardrops, so by the use of the word like, you can understand that what has been compared to teardrops.
Falling down shoulders are like teardrops running down cheeks.
So this is the comparison. So now, but here we have three rhetorical questions that implies an answer. That is what is stated, that yes, Maya Angelou's haters, her critics, her oppressors, they want to see her broken. Not only she, though first personal pronoun has been used, but she represents her class, she represents her race also. So the white oppressors, they actually wanted to see the black, the Afro-Americans broken, bowed with lower eyes, because they considered themselves the superior class, the Americans, the British white, the white oppressors. And so they tried to subjugate the Afro-Americans. But from this question, the answer is implied, and the confidence of Maya Angelou is also revealed. You wanted to see me broken? Bowed head and lowered eyes? That means her confidence, the tone is sarcastic. This shows that no, neither am I broken, nor have I bowed head, neither possessing lowered eyes, and no tears falling down my cheeks, no soulful cries, my body is not weakened. This strength, this confidence is also revealed from these lines. Coming to the fifth stanza, she says, Maya Angelou was very bold. She was very arrogant. She was full of confidence. She never suffered from any inferiority complex because of her skin color. Never. And this boldness, so other people used to think about her, what this lady has. Her life is so miserable. She met with so much of devastation in her married life. Her family life is not smooth. She is a black woman. So how can this lady be so bold and arrogant? So other people think in this way. But Maya Angelou was in love with herself. She was confident about herself. She loved her gender. She loved her race. She never felt low. She had self-worth. She knew her self-worth. She valued herself. So here she asks others who raise their eyebrows when they look at Maya, does my haughtiness offend you? Haughtiness means boldness, bold arrogance. Does my haughtiness offend you? Don't you take it awful hard, cause I laugh like I have gold mines digging in my backyard? So lines 3 and 4 again points out her confidence, her happiness, because previously in one stanza we have read that she walked as if there was oil wells pumping in her dining. So here also she says her laughter, the way she laughs, her laughter reflects her joy, and it appears like someone who has got gold mines in her backyard. So anybody who has gold mines in her backyard, she can laugh like this. So she was so confident, her happiness radiated in such a way that people would think that she might have gold mines in her backyard. So she says Not really, not that she really had gold mines in her backyard. No, it's not that. But her laughter was so confident, her laughter was so joyous that anybody would think, she says, that she had gold mines in her backyard. So she says, actually, when somebody hate you or somebody do not like you or somebody is your hater or critic or bad-minded people, they don't want to see you happy. They don't want to see you confident. They don't want to see you going strong. They want to break you. They want to put all struggles around you and so that you break down, you become mentally weak. This is what they want. There are some bad souls, the bad people in the society you might find. So when they see, if they see that no amount of pressure is unnerving this man or this lady, no amount of problem is making him nervous, then it is very difficult for them to accept. So Maya Angelou again mocks them, taunts them and says, because I laugh, you want to see me cry actually, you wanted to see me cry, but because I laugh, like I have got gold mines in my backyard, I laugh in this way, and this, it is very hard for you to accept. And my haughtiness offends you, isn't it? Does my haughtiness offend you? So it's my haughtiness, it's my pride, it's my arrogance, it's my boldness, it's my confidence, it's my empowerment that offends you. And it becomes awfully hard, terribly, unpleasantly hard for you to accept my growth, my laughter, my sense of freedom, my happiness, isn't it? This is what she says. Now, in this stanza, the literary devices that are used, again, there is a simile, identify, it should be simile. And now you can identify the simile. I would leave this task upon you. Identify the simile. Hope you will be able to do it now. And there is another literary device or technique that has been used, which I have not mentioned earlier. This has been used earlier too, but I have mentioned here enjambment. Now, what is the meaning of enjambment? Enjambment means when the sense or meaning of one line continues to the second, continues to the next line. The sense of the sentence is not completed, but it continues to the next line. That is called enjambment. Now see, I have got gold mines. This is not complete. Gold mines were digging in my backyard. So the sense is completed. The sense that this line was carrying, I have got gold mines. This sense is continued to the next line, digging in my backyard. So this is called enjambment. You try and find out the enjambment used in other lines in this particular poem. I have given a sample here. So this is it. This stanza again points out the stamina of Maya Angelou, the never die spirit of Maya, not to be diffused by any problems or by any hatred, by any criticism that might come and encounter her way. Okay, so she had that confidence and she laughed like she had gold mines digging in her backyard. And this unnerved other people. This unnerved her haters. Still I rise. So next stanza, stanza 6, very strong. This is a kind of open challenge. Now she challenges her haters or critics, her oppressors, directly and head on. And head on. Unyielding spirit of Maya is revealed. She says, no hurtful words, no hateful look or glare can stop her, can crush her spirits. She may be a subject of criticism. She may be a subject of jealousy, hatred to others, but her spirit cannot be suppressed. She will rise and she will rise like air. So, She says, you may shoot me with your words. Now shooting is what? Shooting is, we shoot with arrow or we shoot with a gun. There are bullets. And if we shoot somebody with a gun, that will hurt you. That bullet will hurt you. So with words, so here there is a comparison. Words are compared to bullets. So words are like bullets that can hurt you. Yes, of course, we know that sometimes words are so hurting, very hurting. That is the reason we say that we should check our tongue, because once the words are uttered, we cannot take them back. It can offend your friend, it can offend your near and dear ones. So Maya says to her haters, she challenges, you can do whatever you feel like. You can shoot me with your words. So with your hateful words, with your cursing words, with your words that can put me down, so with your words you can shoot me. You may shoot me with your words. You may cut me with your eyes. Sometimes people will look at you with such a glare that you will feel unnerved. So she says, because whenever Maya used to move around or used to go somewhere, the way her haters would look at her, oh God, this is, see, simple thing. Barack Obama, when he awarded Maya Angelou, or at Bill Clinton's, when at the time of Bill Clinton's oath ceremony, when Maya Angelou was given the opportunity to recite a poem, naturally many were unhappy. Many criticized how Maya got this chance, so it is their glare. So with their look, they did cut Maya. So they looked very sarcastically at Maya. How did you get the chance? So Maya says that you may cut me with your eyes. You may shoot me with your words. You may cut me with your eyes. You may kill me with your hatefulness. Means with your hatred, because with your hatred you can kill me. Whatever you want to do, you do. But still, like air. Air, you know, air, like air. If you make me invisible, then invisible is air. Like air, I'll rise. Because air rises. So if you shoot me with your words, if you cut me with your eyes, if you kill me with your hatefulness, but still like air. If you make me invisible, still like air, I'll rise. I'll rise. I'll rise. I'll rise. Nobody can stop my growth. Okay. So here in this particular stanza, she expresses her indomitable will. Will means mental power. And she shows that she cannot be suppressed. She cannot be suppressed by any amount of hatred, jealousy, criticism. And in this stanza, we have a simile. If you can identify the simile, of course, I know some of you might have been able to, or all of you might have been able to, like air. So she compares herself to air. And the comparison is clear because the word like has been used, like air. So this is an example of simile. Then there is a metaphor. Metaphor is there. See, hateful words are compared to bullets. Words with shoot. So shoot here refers to the shooting from the bullets, from the gun through bullets. So shoot is through bullets. So here words are indirectly compared to bullets, because bullets have great power to wound, to hurt. Similarly, hateful words have great power to wound us or to hurt us. So words are compared to bullets because bullets have power to hurt us, to wound us, to even kill us. So hateful words also have that great power to hurt us. And but this comparison, the comparison is not direct. Words like, as, they have not been used. So this is indirect comparison, and so this is a metaphor. In the next line too, you may cut me with your eyes. That means you cannot cut anything with the eyes. That means the eyes are compared to, indirectly compared to knife. So here this is also a metaphor. So literary device, we have metaphor. Words are compared to bullets, that is a metaphor. Eyes are compared to a knife, that is a metaphor. And like air, because like, the word like has been used, this is a case of simile. One more thing you can see, it's written in the orange, you may, you may, you may. In the first three lines, the starting two words are same. So the repetition of this phrase actually makes it an anaphora. This is anaphora. Okay. Now next stanza, still I rise, stanza 7. This is a stanza, don't try to find, this is a very strong stanza, but there is no need to find any vulgar connotations here. This is a very, very strong and prominent stanza that is about the gender of Maya, where she advocates her gender and her skin color. She says, does my sexiness upset you? Sexiness. What is sexiness? Appeal and femininity. That is your sexiness. How sexy are you? How femininity is there? How much attraction is there? Why she says, does my sexiness upset you? Actually, as I told you, she was a black woman. She was an Afro-American. Whenever she walked, there are other poems. I read her poem, many poems of Maya Angelou. There was one poem, Phenomenal Women. So there also she spoke about this part. Anyway, so when she was given prominence, when she attracted the attention of the male in the society, when she rose to places and ranks of importance, then many were there who could not take it positively, but thought that how can she be so sexy? She is a black lady. How can she attract attention of others? How can she rise to the place of prominence or importance? So she says, because she was black in color, so she says, does my sexiness upset you? Does it come as a surprise that I dance like I have got diamonds at the meeting of my thighs? So, I dance like I have got diamonds. I dance. She was a dancer. She was a terrific dancer. What was she not? She was a dancer, she was a poet, she was an essayist, she was a singer, she was an actor, she was a writer. So, she danced. Now, here the word dance signifies her pleasure and her sense of freedom. Pleasure and her sense of freedom. That I have got diamonds at the meeting of my thighs. At the meeting of my thighs actually indicates her womanhood. That she was a female, she was a lady. So meeting of my thighs indicates her womanhood. I have got diamonds at the meeting of my thighs points out her value to herself. She feels she is like diamond. So at the meeting of my thighs, the place that points out the intimate part, that points out her womanhood, that is as valuable as diamond. So this is it. The lines actually point out that she finds pleasure and she finds values in her womanhood. She doesn't feel low because she is black. She doesn't feel low because she is a lady. Rather, she feels that it is as valuable, her gender and her race is as valuable as diamonds. This gives her a sense of pleasure and freedom that is indicated by her action like dancing. Actually, Maya Angelou is a lady who breaks stereotypes. Who broke stereotypes. Means not that only male, those who are male, they would have the boldness, they would have the courage They can do whatever they feel like. Not that. Being a lady, being a female, so her bossiness, her boldness, her idiosyncrasy, her individuality, that also, her attitude to confront the society head on, that was appreciated, and she actually wanted that nobody should feel, no lady should feel coy and shameful for her skin color. So she values womanhood. This line actually says that I dance like I have got diamonds at the meeting of my thighs. So what is her dance? When she dances, when she expresses herself as if she knows her value and she finds pleasure. And this comes as a surprise to her critics. See, her personality contradicts the traditional concept of women. Her personality contradicts the traditional concept of women. A woman to be beautiful, a woman to be sexy, a woman to be attractive. She should be white in color, she should have long hair, she should be very slim. So this is the traditional concept. So traditional concept of women contradicts with her personality. She is black, she is huge. So this comes as a surprise and this upsets many, but she breaks stereotypes. She feels her sexiness, and when she tells my sexiness with this pride and this possessiveness, my sexiness, it shows how proud she is of her body, how proud she is of her skin color, how proud she is of her sexuality. Okay, now the figure of speeches or the literary devices that we find here, again simile. Dance like I have got diamonds. So you can identify the simile. Try and write it down in your copy, that you can write it down in one line. What is the comparison between two things? Which two things are compared here? And you can get it. Maya Angelou ultimately in this stanza appears again strong with her boldness, with her determination, with her attitude to break the stereotype. She confronts the society head on for trying to embarrass her for her sexuality. Moving to the second last stanza. Out of the huts of history's shame I rise. Up from a past that's rooted in pain I rise. I'm a black ocean, leaping and wide, welling and swelling I bear in the tide. Out of the huts. Huts means small, simple dwellings, means place to live. Of history's shame. The speaker rises from the historical shame, the oppression, the torture faced by her ancestors. So, when we started, we talked about this history. So, the speaker Maya Angelou here says that history, the record in the history is shameful. It's a shameful record of slavery. It is a shameful record of oppression. Whatever is recorded in the history, the past history of America, that is a shameful history of oppression, shameful history of torture, shameful history of subjugation and torment meted out, faced by her ancestors, the Afro-Americans. So out of the huts of history's shame, but out of that, it is her conviction, it is her strength, it is her belief that yes, from that shameful history and from that painful story, the painful life that her ancestors had to face, she would rise and she would pull others. I rise. Up from a past, so she also is a descendant of that past, because her ancestors met a very painful life. They belong to the class of slaves. So up from that past I have come up. That past, the past that is rooted in pain. There's a painful history. I'm a black ocean. So black. Here she mentions her skin color, race. I'm a black ocean. So she compares by using a metaphor, again metaphor because no like is here, no word like is not here. So I'm a black ocean. She compares herself to a black ocean and emphasizes how vast our human history by using this, or her legacy is, and how powerful her identity is. See, whenever she uses the word black ocean, this comparison shows that she thinks that she has depth, the depth and the vastness of their race, the depth, vastness of their race. So she compares herself to a black ocean. Now there are two things. One is black, one is ocean. So ocean is deep. Ocean is moving also. So it is mobile. So this again points out that she or her race or this black race cannot be suppressed, cannot be kept in a bottled up way. That will open, that will vent out, that will move, that will flow, that will rise. Just like leaping, jumping and swelling, wailing and swelling water tides in the ocean, similarly her race and Maya Angelou herself will move forward with leaping bounds and they will rise. So this shows the poet's enduring spirit, her strength, her resilience to face all adversities and overcome them. That has been stressed here. So this is her promise, this is her hope that they had a shameful history because they belong to that class, they belong to that race which history has written down as the history of slavery, the history of oppression, history of torture that her grandparents or her ancestors rather had to face. So this is an allusion to the history of slavery. Allusion when we have a literary reference. There was another allusion I'll point out later. So huts of history shame. So here again we have an alliteration. HH, you see, huts of history. Oh, huts of history. History should be underlined. Huts of history. So there again we have an alliteration because a consonant sound is repeated in a sequence. So from that past history of oppression and torment and subjugation, she rises. Up from that past, which is so full of pain, she'll rise. She rises. She is like a black ocean. Just as like a black ocean indicates inclement weather, not very good weather, adverse weather, because the ocean looks black. But leaping and widening, wailing and swelling, she knows how to flow in a black ocean. She is a black ocean with many adversities in life, but she will also move forward with leaping bounds like the flow of water in the ocean. So this is her spirit. Just as I told in my last part that she never focused on her problems, she always focused on her goal. Because if we focus on our problems, we'll forget our goal. And if we focus on our goal, then we'll forget our problems. This was the spirit of Maya Angelou, what I feel. Last answer. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise. The speaker rises from a painful past, as I told you earlier, leaving behind fear and terror and embracing a clear daybreak. Previously, they had a painful past. The African Americans, they suffered a lot at the hands of the white oppressors. But she has surpassed those fear. She has no fear, she has no terror. Even in her personal life, when she was a young child, I told you, she was molested by her mother's boyfriend. She lived a life of panic. She suffered many things, but she never stopped her growth. Her growth never stopped. Her confidence kept on growing. So she says that leaving behind the fear, terror, panic, oppression, subjugation, exploitation, whatever it is, leave behind those. Leaving behind those nights of terror and fear, I rise. I rise to what? I rise to a daybreak that wondrously clear. So she always had a clear vision. She was always focused. She always knew that she had to reach her goal. She never forgot her goal. And that is the reason she forgot all the problems, because she was focused to her goal. So she embraced a clear daybreak. She became an embodiment of symbol of free spirit. She is the symbol of strength. She was the symbol of hope for the African Americans. Bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave. What gifts she brought from her ancestors? The resilience, the strength, the intellectual wealth. When she told in the last, previously when she told about that having oil wells in my drawing room or in the living room, or this one, whatever it is, these actually diamonds, this actually point out her intellectual wealth. So what she brought from her ancestors? The intellectual wealth, the confidence, the self-assurance, the resilience, the hope. A never die spirit will not die. We will have to circumvent, overcome all the problems that might come in our way, and we will get rid of our such diminishing low situation. So bringing those hope, bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave, with all the hope and all the confidence from my ancestors, I rise, I rise, I rise. So she has repeated the line. This comes as a refrain all the time. I rise, I rise, I rise. So in this stanza, it has been repeated 5 times. So a question can come about why significance of this repetition. So repetition actually strengthens the theme. It makes it stronger. It focuses, it emphasizes, it strengthens the theme of resilience, strength, confidence. It emphasizes, because whenever we repeat something, to emphasizes speaker's confidence, her strength, her self-empowerment, her determination to overcome difficulties and adversities. And this also gives a musical rhythmic note that adds to the lyrical beauty of the poem. So I rise, this gives a lyrical beauty, adds to the lyrical beauty of the poem also. Since now you are knowing the poem very well, you have understood the poem, so let us just throw a floodlight on the title. See, mark it. The name of the poem is Still I Rise. Now see, the conjunction still. The conjunction still itself indicates impediments. Still is a conjunction. That means impediments, obstacles, problems, difficulties, that is marked by the word still. So in spite of the impediments, in spite of the obstacles, in spite of all the problems that I need to face, nobody can stop my growth. This is the spirit of Maya Angelou. Still, in spite of all problems, I'll rise. She will rise. So with this spirit, you also need to grow in your life. So I hope you have understood the spirit of Maya Angelou. Now just a quick recap. The major themes of the poem is resilience and strength. Of course, she was a lady who spoke for the black Afro-Americans, spoke for her gender, spoke for the women of her skin color, She was an embodiment of resilience. She broke the stereotypes. She knew how to turn the obstacles into opportunities. She was a lady with very, very strong will. She never believed that these are the things a woman can do and these are only meant for the men. She was a lady, she broke all stereotype ideas. So she was the epitome of resilience and strength. She of course believed in her identity and pride. She felt and she knew and she told this several times that you should have self-pride. You should believe in yourself. Never feel low. Never feel you can't do. Never feel you are nowhere. You can come out of any tough situation. Just believe in yourself. Have pride. She was a symbol of empowerment and she defied, she challenged all those hollow social norms and prejudices. There are literary devices and techniques used in the poem, various techniques and literary devices. Simile, I have talked about it. You know what simile is: comparison between two different things by use of like, as, etc. It's a clear comparison. Metaphor is also comparison between two different things, but it is an indirect comparison. Alliteration is when consonant sound is repeated in a sequence. Anaphora, when see the first words are repeated. Rhetorical questions, I already told you. Irony is, of course, this entire poem is ironical. Though the society, her white oppressors, they wanted to see her down, they wanted to see her broken, they wanted to see her bowed head, they wanted to see her so low. But she, along with her spirit, kept on rising. But her word, I'll rise, I'll rise, I'll rise. So nobody can stop her rise. Enjambment, I have already told you. Allusion, a literary reference is allusion. And in the first stanza also we had one allusion when there was dirt. That was a biblical allusion, because it is believed that human beings, they are made up of dirt, means earth, and we are made up of dust. There is allusion in dust, and we return to dust. When God made us, then he used 4 elements: fire, water, air and earth. So, and afterwards when we die, then also we are buried. It's there in the Bible. So, so we return to dust. So that is the reason in the first stanza the poet said, like dust I'll rise. So there is an allusion, by biblical allusion. And symbolism, the poem is full of symbols. You know, I rise, what is the symbol? Dust, this is a symbol. Air, diamond, symbol of intellectual wealth and value. So there are 2 things. One is the oppression, the subjugation, and the confidence of the speaker, power, strength. These are the things. So you will be able to understand which word symbolizes what, because while dealing with the stanzas, I have in detail explained you the various imageries and the symbols. Few specimen questions, if we just go through SAQ, you will have from this poem, there will be 2 marks SAQ questions and 6 marks long question. So you can, these are few specimen questions which are given here. Hope you have understood the poem and you have enjoyed the session. Prepare well for your exam, because your exam or semester 2 is knocking at the door. Good day.